Good plays, bad plays, capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
I think they're gonna force his bot dive and probably try to trade 1-for-1, if not 1-for-0.
All right, let's see it. Busio's going to lead the way. Shielded Daybreak to immediately start it off. First blood already. 2-4-0. Beautifully done from the FlyQuest bottom side and jungle comp.
They're very happy to trade this dragon for Grubs.
Yeah.
Inspired was on Grubs first. They're the ones that chose to go top side.
Camps, this is gonna feel really bad once he walks in there and finds out. He'll probably also get chunked on the way in here.
Oh, meanwhile, Palafox versus Quad back in mid. That 1v1's not going the way of FlyQuest. Karthus ulti coming down. The Requiem sounds off, and it's going to be He's Horn putting Quad 6 feet deep in the ring. Just wasting the ulti.
Wait, it didn't even touch a time?
Yeah, it didn't get there. The
No.
Horn ran him over, and now Inspired's about to get run over by the Dawning Shadow. Palafox gets the credit, but it looks like it'll at least be a trade 1-for-1 as both junglers drop dead.
Yeah, I mean, that always really
think-
hurts.
Honestly, I'd be happy with on either side of this team.
Ooh, maybe not. Teleport from Huhi. Okay, the turret will fall, but can Huhi get the punish here? There's not really anything in the tank for Masu. The out-of-mana Ziggs isn't a whole lot of a threat. Gonna get clapped around a little bit here. The Requiem summoned up, and Contracts, he's getting his stack for that one.
Yeah, no,
Lucio's on the way, so they can't stay too long here for the energy side. Yeah, it looks like they're going to back off.
Yeah, no, they were just trying to get something in exchange for the dragon. That
Really wanting to shove this wave all the way up. Quad's gonna show here first. Palafox is level 11, Quad only level 10. Oh, Fate Sealed is not gonna get him over the wall because Quad jumps in the way to cut the distance short. Now Busio's ready for the lockup, and Palafox is ready for the beatdown. It's Quad getting his second kill of the game.
Yeah, nice getting access to the Ziggs in mid lane. This tower's going down quickly too. That one's going to explode. The double demolitionists are doing
plays around the side laner. So it's like, yeah, you have Karthus and Senna ult coming in, but Leona's there, and so is Zyra.
Whippo using the Ishtal impact to bring Dokla a little bit closer to his side of the rift. As Quad shows up here with the TP, Dokla's ready to stand and fight. He goes all out. The Skarner ulti's not going to work because Dokla went unstoppable. Contracts ends up taking the kill, and Dokla's still fighting. Whippo needs a little bit more. Dokla tries to get away. The rock will not connect. Whippo tries to catch up. He needs a little bit more damage. He finds the slow here with a W1. More rock will get it done, and there it is. Whippo makes it a 1-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, a really good play from Dokla to call for the ult and to turn that around.
Oh.
Little jump scare there.
I didn't know he still had that.
We've always got our little pocket flowers ready to go for any Skarner play.
Riftail gets its second charge off of the tier 2 turret down here in bottom lane as NRG tries to continue pushing, make up some of this gold difference. Same time, Whippo's going to grab the tier 1 up in top, and the presence. One additional player on each side. There's so many teleports in this game, I had to take an extra second to track them. Palafox, Masu, and both top laners having those ultis ready to go. Whippo goes in for the flash, locks him up, beats him down. Impact ready to go back in. Tried to say Ishtal's impact. I said impact instead. He's not in this game. Sorry about that. we got Palafox taken out. Whippo's the one taking him down. A whole lot. Inspired gets knocked up, but there's nobody there to follow it up with anything else.
Palafox
NRG
TP'd in bot lane.
They got the 4-man play. Yeah, Palafox is coming around from the side. There's a 5v4 here for NRG. They will successfully push FlyQuest away from this third Drake of the game, but the trade at the same time is the tier 2 turret up in the top lane.
Yeah, what do you...
Or they just start the Baron.
Or we force Baron instead. Okay, NRG has answered my question themselves. They're saying it's going to be a Baron fight, and that's the name of the game. He's summoning up the Ornhorn. Shoots it back, but he ain't going to find much. Inspired with the flash away from the Fate Seal, keeping himself alive. His Contract is going to be killed here at the very start by Quad. First kill of the fight. It's 1-0 for Fly. Now they're going to be the ones moving right back into the Baron pit. Baron reset, but only partially. Busio at half HP over the wall, looking to try to zone these guys away. Remember, there is no smite for NRG. Contract's dead for the next 25 seconds. Dokla's still got most of his health bar. He's looking for an angle to get in here and try to fight these guys, but Whippo's got the Ishtal impact to push him right back out. Busio continuing to just try to zone Palafox away from any sort of participation in this conflict. Baron's down to about 2,500. Dawning Shadow ain't gonna do nothing.
In the pit.
They're trying to go in. He wants to try to steal it away, but it ain't gonna work because Inspired has secured the Baron for FlyQuest. The Baron gambit from NRG. It was risky, and the risk gets punished.
I hate to say it, but this summer, 2024, are we seeing the creation of a new meme, a new NRG Baron meme? Because they have been rough. We're going to still see Dokla
Ooh, he goes all out between two turrets. That is not the
I
ideal
was thinking,
landing.
as you were talking about them starting up the Baron, Contracts had almost no mana. The Karthus had like 70 mana when they started it, and so if you watch the replay, you'll see him use like very high pressured situation where it did not look that great.
And now with the Baron being taken, they've lost total control of the Rift, so that earlier play that they made on the Drake just doesn't pay out at all. Here's another look at what went down in the fight. Meanwhile, back in live, we got another fight breaking out as the Fate sealed into the Ornhorn onto Inspired Stranglethorns on himself to try to stay alive through the dive. Palafox gets back away, and the Requiem completes what they were looking for. Whippo's ready to come in through the wall here. Goes after Dokla, but he ain't gonna find much. Mega Inferno Bomb half kills FBI with just the damage. Three-man pull coming out from Whippo. There's your impale from all three tails. A triple kill over to Masu on the Ziggs.
All right, FlyQuest are coming for the rest of the base. Here we go. Whippo's gonna lead the charge. Towers don't even scratch him.
He's just here to protect the minion waves. He's the bodyguard. The minion waves are the VIP. Just get him all the way in. Now he's going to be able to use his own teleport to rejoin the team. Remember that Masu on this Zig still has the satchel charge for pushing towards these Nexus turrets. It's still another 10 seconds before anybody else on NRG respawns. FlyQuest keeping the push alive. As soon as this wave arrives to the turrets, that's when I expect to see the Whippo TP. And yup, there it is. There's your first Nexus turret already gone. More on to the second. There's the satchel charge taking it out. Now FlyQuest trying to get themselves back away. Whippo here on the front line might get caught out a little bit, but the Skarner is so damn tanky. Two-man solar flare as Palafox tries to find some damage, but it ain't gonna work. Quad has already gone on a killing spree, and FBI just got knocked out. Masu going unstoppable, showing who's got the better long-range mage ulti, as Dokla will not kill anybody in the back line. Palafox with a soul unbound doing everything he can, but it just ain't enough. Another triple over from Masu, 16-5. FlyQuest crushes game one.
FlyQuest are undefeated with new Skarner.
Yes.
Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
For it, and Inspired the entire time is thinking, all right, this guy's only got one play. I'm going to circle back around after my Wolves. I left my Gromp up there on purpose, and then they're rewarded with the flash. But now,
Ooh, Busio doing a good job knocking Huhi around down here. A lot of damage back onto both supports, but it's going to be Busio that drops first because Contracts still gets his first blood. It took him an extra couple of minutes to get there, but he gets the punish he was looking for.
and FlyQuest actually went back in for that trade themselves, investing their flash from Busio to go for it. And
Oh! Huhi hangs out for an extra 30 seconds in bottom lane. Yeah. She's the queen of the dumpster. As NRG is now going in for the play here in the bottom lane. Busio not level 6 here on the Alistar means he's not as tanky as he'd like to be, but he's tanky enough to get away. FlyQuest had Inspired down here in bottom, and it was enough to get the first kill of the fight. Contract still looking to follow up and see if he can get anything back, but it ain't gonna work. I said earlier, Dragon Control for NRG because they didn't surrender this first Drake trade for the Grubs earlier. Inspired's going to show up, but I don't think he's going to be here in time. I mean, he has his spike to try to challenge for this if he wants, but it's already secured by Contracts. Palafox making his way over as well. Inspired's going to take a lot more damage than he wanted to there. He gets out of the way of the Stranglethorns before the knockup would have connected, flashing away from the rock.
we have the opposite mismatch where the Cassante is pushing in on the Varus, trying to get up there, but Whippo attacks these to a minion again.
Yeah, and there, once more, you have that snap knockup on the ulti, but when FBI is in the middle of the lane, you don't have the wall bang, it's harder to get what you need in terms of locking him up. The Requiem not near strong enough to kill off FBI, and now it's a lot of problems for Whippo. He's going to be killed by the arrow from downtown. They're the ones going after the Herald. FlyQuest has a couple of dudes nearby, but those dudes are not making their way over to the pit. Quad with a knockback on Palafox here, goes for the Tristana Insect, but instead has to flash away himself, nearly dies to the final Corky Rocket. Busio makes his way up, but it's not like he can even engage on Palafox here just yet. Goes for the flash, pulverize, wanted to get the headbutt back into the turret, but it ain't gonna work out now. Huhi coming in to cut off that escape route. Busio has already used the ultimate. The unbreakable will might get broke after all. Huhi wants to jump in here with a Zenith Blade and the Shield of Daybreak. Give the kill over to Palafox. burgers. My boy's eating burgers, and the cow is down. Rift Herald takes out that first turret. They're going to get the charge here onto the tier 2. NRG loving these first 15 minutes.
That was a weird domino effect of people attempting insects on non-Lee Sin champions.
Yes.
First Quad tries to go for it onto Palafox. They both flash. Then Busio tries to get the knockback on him into the tower, but he ends up
gone
getting
on top side.
And, you know, I respect the fact that FlyQuest is trying to make some plays happen when they're behind, but at the same time, you're going to have to clean them up a little bit more than what you're doing, because a lot of what we're getting this game from FlyQuest is just, it's a little bit of slop. Dude, I'm going to go hang out back underneath my turret. It's my favorite place to be anyway. Just going to try to play it safe. Has a teleport coming in. Has Huhi off to the side with a nice solar flare over the wall. Busio again. He's just so far away from any kind of hopes or dreams. The man is done. Whippo gets dragged to the wall here with the all out. He's gone too. NRG are making these dudes look silly. Huhi goes after Masu. He's going to force the flash over the wall from the enemy carry at the same time. Third inspired. Trying to stay here and protect. Oh, Busio. Every time the camera goes on Busio, he is getting his butt kicked this game. It is a tough game to be an Alistar that's behind the curve of things.
Yeah.
Performance like this, because even we heard from him back in spring that he had some really weak performances. Even for his own standards, he's just like, I expect better of myself. I need to step up. And so you want to see him be able to do that. As now Huhi goes in for the engage yet again. Whippo having to flash away, and Busio just soaks way too much damage. Palafox hits him with the rocket, and Dokla gets some revenge on Whippo from that first game. Inspired's gonna die again now to a double kill back over to the Corki. The Requiem comes through, but FBI barriers through it. Palafox.
They were able to zone off the chase from NRG there. They actually got value out of it.
Okay, we got a TP coming in. FlyQuest looking to make a move, but the move is already done. Masu with a critical error that foils any plan that FlyQuest might have had. FBI might be taken out here. Nope, not quite enough damage, but it looks like the Requiem should get it done. Palafox dies, FBI dies. FlyQuest might have just found an angle after all, as Huhi, Dokla, and Contracts just trying to walk away from this one. FlyQuest finally getting a little bit of momentum. I was worried as Masu died at the very start that any sort of a chance they might have had would have got foiled, but Palafox and FBI both end up getting
Quad. How many times is that going to happen? Quad
It's
to
gonna
me
happen a lot.
Quad to me has been quite good. Down of Karthus Ultimate, since it was just used and should be around 50% at the moment. They force.
Okay, the target is going to be Busio. The Alistar is plenty tanky. Chains of Corruption flies out, but Dokla having a flash away now. Busio still alive at about 100 HP. FBI and Huhi looking to re-engage, but Huhi's going to be tackled back into the wall from Whippo, looking to make his escape. Inspired goes on a rampage. Dearest Karthus has made his way on.
As like the solo re-engage. So FlyQuest are able to get the kill. I would say
Still significantly behind, but if this Karthus can die in the right spot and find a lot of value with this ulti after it, you can really change a fight with that, as Masu's gonna get chain CC'd by the solar flare into the arrow, but there's no way to follow up on any of it. Palafox is already dead. NRG are committing resources in a real strange way. They use both of their biggest engage tools on a dude that's out in Narnia.
just get in there. And
Yeah,
there we
just
go.
smack the stupid
There
thing.
we go.
There you go. Use those grubbies. The grubbies change, but it's not like they've been stacking a whole bunch of dragons so far this game. It's not like this is going to be. And I think NRG are looking at exactly that. They're going in. They're starting up the Baron. They already used the Stranglethorns to enchant the plants to make sure they can rush this down. NRG are going to secure Baron Nashor, but now what about the fight? Whippo has already got Palafox out of the picture, and FBI is going to be gunned down by Quad. Masu with some lockup, one of the remaining players. Contracts goes over the wall and rides the Hex Gate back out, but the Requiem is summoned. NRG have disengaged in time. It's not going to be that. Oh no. 500 gold. What will I ever do without my Doran's blade? But
meanwhile, Lord Dom's completed as well for Quad. This Tristana is truly threatening, and they found a pick.
yeah, it looks like they're going after Dokla here. Cassante is not normally a champion you would look at and say, yeah, let's pick that guy. But when you got this much firepower, you might as well just unload. Quad ends up getting his second kill.
All right, how much damage? Is there a minion wave up at that tower? It looks like Palafox pushes in topside, and they're going to rotate over towards mid. NRG want to get the secondary tower here, the guaranteed gold, the payment for Dokla's life.
Yep. And they will indeed do that. So although the pick
Secondary
comes
ones
in,
are worth a little extra, but top laners, Flowers.
top laners is the 7th camp, and Palafox is looking. Nope. Palafox is looking to go home. He does not want to go camping. He has allergies. He is not looking to spend time in a great outdoors. He is gone. And it looks like all of Energy now resetting their positions here, recognizing that the play they wanted to make on Whippo's Poppy
you have
is
your
not
armor
gonna...
penetration from your Lord Doms. This is fully operational, fully maxed out passive range.
And Palafox wanted to go for the recall, but he gets stopped instead. But Quad dies! Palafox with the outplay in a 1v1. Beautifully done from the Energy mid laner. That was clutch.
Yeah, turns out, too bad, the genius midfielder Palafox.
Oh, Masu uses the cleanse there. Nice job from FBI forcing out that summoner spell, but Busio is still looking for Palafox down here in the bottom lane at the same time. Palafox gets away back to the safety of the base.
Cal versus Plane, Palafox escapes on the bottom side.
That's a tough matchup.
Is he gonna get to the fountain in time? He doesn't get to the fountain in time!
Cal versus Plane, but the Cal
Can we look
is
at the stats?
haunted.
It disappeared. It was right there.
He crashed right before he made the return flight home. Now FlyQuest looking for their 4v4. Huhi, the target here for the start, but that's not a very good target. Whippo going to be turning that right back around into FBI, looking to take down the Ashes. Inspired's going to be taken over the wall with the all-out coming in from Dokla. The first kill going over that away. FBI still running, but he's also still gunning. A TP from Quad ready to reinforce the lines because he knows he was going to be respawning first. FlyQuest, they're the only team that lost a man here. They reinforced with Quad, so it's not like Energy can push it any further. Dokla still looking maybe for a recall. Quad's just going to push up this mid lane wave, look to take out that tier 2 as the cost. Energy still looking. Quad, again, the power of this Tristana being able to buffer through the arrow with a rocket jump up. Whippo's down to 1/4 HP. He's still looking to chase him. Locks him down with the Zenith Blade. Whippo jumping right back into the fight, looking to take one with him. FBI drops. Dokla's about to fall here too. Busio's on the hunt and Quad is on the chase. Energy are still trying to outplay it, but the damage from FlyQuest is way too good. Palafox finally swoops into the fight, and now it's Masu and Busio and Whippo trapped behind enemy lines. A triple kill over the Contracts. Feel the Thorns embrace. Palafox will finish off this team fight just barely. No! Used on the Baron. Look at how fast they burn this. This was Zyra and Corki. That was mostly just a two-man Baron. Yeah, you can still give this one away. They're not on 3 Drakes as well. You're not giving away the soul itself, but it looks like they want to fight. Busio trying to be the first one in, but it's going to be Whippo leading the charge instead. Stranglethorns placed down as Inspired has to try to flash away. Dokla's going to be traded for him almost. The Requiem summoned up. Masu getting back over the wall here with the glance. Busio with a 3-man knockup. FlyQuest still trying to find the fight, but it ain't going to work. Energy, they're just stronger. He finally dies in the back end of things, but Whippo will not be able to escape the perma slows of the Ash. He will not take FBI with him. It's a 4 for 2 for Energy.
And how much can they get? Because they still have Baron buff for another minute, so they can immediately push afterwards. They've got a wave on bottom side. They're going to push as hard as they can. Quad will be the one to defend, but I think this inhibitor tower is for sure going down. Palafox and Contracts are going to make sure of it.
Yeah, this inhibitor tower, they are both cooked, my friend. Quad is going to set up and try to defend here at the 2 Nexus turrets, but it's still 10 seconds on Busio. It's 15 on Inspired, and the first Nexus turret is not looking too strong. Turret destroyed by Contracts. The arrow ain't gonna hit Quad. Quad just trying to stop him in time. 1 second left in the Alistar. Energy going for the end of the game. Energy, they're taking us to game 3.
Well, well, well. Energy showing up. They
Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
for him, though, Huhi, the other support, is getting a little sneaky.
Yeah, Contracts knows the timer on these chickens because he stole the last one away, and it just means that it's so easy for Huhi to wrap around, make the punish. They know that Inspired is hungry. Yep, Huhi wanted to make the play there. Whippo recognizing that if he gets headbutted back in the Dokla, he's in some trouble. But now FlyQuest is making the moves on Palafox. They lock him up. Palafox can't get away from that one, and Quad takes the kill. FlyQuest tie the kills up 1-1, but it's Energy starting up the grubs. They've already taken the first one in this second trio. As he wants to Hex Flash over the wall. He might just Hex Flash into the waiting arms. He's ready to go for the flank. Kaisa flies in, and FBI is ready to kick these guys' doors in. Contracts kills Whippo, and Quad flies away back underneath the tier 1 turret. Energy get a single kill, and they secure control over the river to get the rest of these grubs.
Yeah, I mean, a few really cool things happened there. I mean, it was a really good heads-up play. Whippo knew he was getting ganked, he instantly pops his ulti and then looks for the target that is going to be isolated because NRG set numbers top.
Whoa, Masu with the barrier staying alive, trying to get away from Palafox! Palafox wanted to show up to defend that. Whippo was popping off.
Yeah, Whippo made a really good play there. And then it looks like NRG, or FlyQuest, their response to, they had 3 grubs already, so they're like, Masu, just get ahead. And then he got a free extra kill.
Contracts making the move here, tries to dive onto Whippo. Huhi ready to flash forward, follow this one up. The Twisted Fate is not long for this world, and it's Huhi taking the kill credit. Busio can escape with enough HP to not be threatened himself, but with NRG pushing into this top side, it's making room for Palafox to knock down plates on this top lane tier 1 turret. He'll definitely get the 4th one. I don't know if there's enough time. In some trouble, but I'm focused more on this turret. 5, 4, 3, nope. Nope, just barely missed out on it.
This is the same tower that triggered your OCD with the turret plate.
Yeah, look at how much health it lives by the way. It's the exact same amount that was left on the plate.
This thing is trolling you, Flowers.
This story has lasted the whole early game. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it's problems for NRG. I was distracted by the damn turret, and Dokla and Huhi are both dead. FlyQuest, 4-3.
I actually like plays like that where you let the tower, all of these blue wards that have been put so deep into the NRG jungle. FlyQuest already know that this move towards bottom's happening.
Ooh, Contracts tries to use the ulti there on Quad, but it ain't gonna get him a whole lot. Whippo with the red card over the wall, only finds Huhi. Solar Flare, accurate enough to get the full stun. Huhi's trying to get away, but he cannot survive the damage from FlyQuest. Palafox with a rocket jump for the escape. Dokla wanted the flank, but now he has to flash back over. He put himself in the wrong spot. Dokla, one more rocket will take him down, but it's Mystic's shot to get the kill credit, as Contract still has to run. NRG again trying to make some kind of... Masu still just shoving up here in the mid lane, still unafraid of Huhi and FBI. Ooh, Arcane shifts
the wrong way.
Right into him. I don't think that was ideal.
Not bad for them.
All right.
It's part of the mental
extra danger here. He knows that NRG dudes like to hang out and try to beat this Ezreal up as a team.
They're TPing behind top lane.
Yeah, Quad's now going to be your target as my monitor is frozen, but we're going to try to cast off of the noises. Okay, looks like Dokla's actually dead to Quad, so Quad gets one back here in the 1v2 trade.
Yeah, that's really good. That's good for Quad.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, you'll take that. You'll take that. If you're NRG, that's not very good. You are not super happy about that one. Angle from NRG is going to be almost impossible to win.
And FlyQuest are really well set up to spread the map right now. Whippo double summoner.
Diana against that Twisted Fate. FlyQuest still up 4,500 gold as Contracts loses his flash. As soon as you see that TF ulti above you, you know you might be in some trouble. He flashes for it for the pulverize, but the headbutt ain't gonna find anybody here just yet. Whippo finally gonna be knocked forward, and Contracts goes on a rampage, grabbing the first kill. Quad takes one out, but he's gonna be traded back now too. NRG have found themselves a good fight thus far, and Busio's gonna be your next target. They try to launch Cassante forward for the third in Tofo strike, but he does not find the knockup. Inspired still slowing these guys down here with the Rylai's, a little bit more damage, and it's True Shot Barrage to even up the fight. 2 for 2.
Equals it, and then they just poke him down, and that Cassante immediately punished again. The starved top laner.
Oh boy, we ain't done yet, boys. Whippo's in some trouble, trying to get away to the wall, maybe flash out of this one, but he doesn't have any summoner spells. Palafox finishes the job, and now Rocket jumps back over, ready to re-engage back into Busio. FlyQuest is losing dudes, and they're losing them fast. Inspired has to try to get away back over the wall. They're not gonna find him with a Void Seeker. NRG, they've traded 2 for 1. They got a 4v3 on the map, but their health bars aren't looking so great. Quad and Masu, they got a lot of damage, they got a lot of range, they got another kill here on the enemy support.
Dokla charging in on the Cassante, but they can't chase down the extra one, so then trying to run away.
As Masu and Busio will chase FBI and Contracts back away from the mid lane. Gold card hits FBI, he ain't gonna kill him, but getting out that cleanse is huge. There's a Solar Flare to follow it up. They lock down the AD carry, but it's the top laner who pays the price. Dokla falls, and Masu goes on a killing spree.
I don't think the game is going to get any easier for them as the time goes on, so looks like they're turning off the Baron and trying to fight here.
They're ready to turn it. Contracts goes in for the engage, and Palafox has already killed off Inspired. Whippo returns one to FBI as Contracts goes golden, trying to stay alive for an extra second. Quad doesn't die to the Ignite, and he thought he might have been able to kill him with just the burn. A double kill back over to Whippo. Quad still got about 200 HP. It's him and Busio. Whippo all just now turning back.
Fire cannon.
Yep.
Whippo there just creating so much offensive pick power walking around threateningly. It's the Leona ultimate that does land at tower.
Oh, and FBI's already dead from the Strangle Thorns. Looks like they're going to follow it up with another one almost on Dokla. 200 HP left on Cassante, but with the enemy carry dead, with the top laner at death's door, it's so easy for FlyQuest to just strong-arm their way into this base. Mid lane inhibitor's already down. FlyQuest are not done. They are looking for Nexus turrets. Contracts here in the front. He's going to get stunned up before we can do anything. That first Nexus turret's still in trouble. Whippo having a flash away as he would have been in a really bad spot there from the headbutt out of the Alistar. Busio underneath the turret looking to tank up that aggro as Whippo goes on a killing spree. And there's another one of those huge playmakers for NRG no longer in the picture. Dokla trying to stay alive, but this is the squishiest Cassante I have ever seen. Quad don't care, and NRG are on their last legs. Contracts again with the stasis, just trying to make some sort of a last desperate attempt, but it ain't gonna work. FlyQuest bringing back those reinforcements here with a TP as FBI respawns only to die. Palafox wants to get on out. Quad needs one more rocket. He's still chasing. It doesn't even matter that he doesn't get it because the Nexus is under fire. FlyQuest with an 11,000 gold lead, 29 minutes into the game, win the series.
Yeah, they finally found that pick mid lane they were looking for, quickly turned it into a Baron, and then just won the game instantly.
So